What's up, everybody? Today we have a case study with my boy Paco. He's just coming off of like a 25K month or 25K week. And he's already, I think it's been like 13 or 14 days, and he's at about 35K with one product. So we're just going to spend this video kind of breaking that down, talking about Paco's success, all that fun stuff. So to get us started, Paco, could you introduce yourself to the people?
So I'm 20 years old and I've been doing organic for like 7 months now. Uh, until this product, I did like 10K rev, maybe not even that, like something like that. And I've run like maybe five products till now, till this product. Yeah, that's basically all.
So, could you go into a little bit more detail kind of on your background in terms of trying to make money in general? I know when we had the community call, we talked a little bit about your
Yeah.
gambling problem, some other things you tried. Could you kind of deep dive into that kind of all the way from the beginning? You realized, okay, I want to make money outside of the conventional way, a 9 to 5, all the way up, and the steps and the processes all the way up until now.
Yeah, so basically I was in uni like for one I was in uni for 1 year and a half or so, and I stopped uni for like a year because I didn't like it. But that year I wasn't doing like anything at all, like with my life. I was gambling a lot. I was like doing stupid shit. But then I
So,
was going to,
were you just like gambling on online sites or what?
yeah, a lot, like gambling a lot, like a lot on online sites. Yeah, like it's really common nowadays. Like for every young people, like at least in Europe, like I sure like gambling is so common. It's like a huge problem right now. But yeah, I have a lot
Wow.
of friends
And how old were
gambling.
you when that was happening?
Like 18, like maybe, but I was gambling like from before, like maybe from like 16 years old or so. Like yeah,
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, basically, I was going to go back to uni. Like I hated my uni thing, but I thought like maybe like all the gambling and all this shit was the reason why I hated uni as well. Like, but when I went back, like I wasn't gambling anymore, and then
You still hated it?
I also I still hate it. Yeah, it's fucking shit. Yeah. So I had a friend who was doing ecom, like a friend which who I have done like a lot of things since a kid. Like he's my neighbor, and he's not like really close friends with me, but that friend like you've had like all the life, but you don't see him a lot, but you have like a connection, right?
Right.
So he started ecom and he was like doing it for a year once I was gonna go back to uni, and he was already like printing, like he was making I don't know like 50K months, and so like with paid, but yeah, it's the same. And basically I talked to him and he told me like I if I wanted to do ecom I would need to sacrifice like a lot of things, like absolutely lock in and get obsessed with it. Like no one, I think no one has like success in ecom if they do it for the money. Like of course everyone starts for the money, but at some point you get obsessed with it, and I think that's
I
the
agree with that a lot. I agree with that a lot. I'm big on the kind of being obsessed with it. Definitely. Definitely.
yeah, yeah, and it's at a certain point it feels like a video game, you know, like you're just
Yeah.
scaling levels, and like it feels like a video game at some point. Like you're not doing it for, of course you're doing it for the money, but yeah, you get me. And yeah, then I started looking a bit into ecom, and he sent me like this Jordan, like this guy course, like a 10-hour course, like everyone watches, and I watched that. I started doing like some things. I bought a course from a Spanish guy, but not worth it. And then I was basically stuck for the same product for 3 or 4 months, only made like 3K. And then at a point I decided like what I'm doing. Like I quit uni, by the way. I quit uni. I forgot to say
Okay.
that. Like after my first sale, which came like 1 month after I started with my first product, I quit uni, and for that 2 weeks I quit uni, I was like locked in on that. But suddenly I stopped working. Like of course I was posting like the 2 videos a day or three for my product, but it took me like 1 hour maybe to film. So then the
Right.
other time I was not doing any product research, anything. So at a certain point, I decided like this is not gonna work out because I'm not doing anything. Like nothing's gonna change if I don't do anything.
Yeah.
And I found you. like from another Discord, I asked like which people are like reliable in their organic space, because of course we know like there's maybe 80% of people who,
Yeah, definitely a lot of bad characters out there. I will say
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, 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 like a lot. So yeah, I joined the Discord, and I was like, it was like it took me really little to like join the mentorship, like because I started DMing people who were already in the mentorship, and I asked them like, what do you think about the mentorship? Is it worth it? And they told me, yeah, it's 100% worth it, but maybe if you're like a complete beginner, it's better if you start working by yourself and then join. But of course, they will like the mentorship has like different levels for it, and of course, it can also work for beginners. But if you have already gotten like a couple of sales, you know how organic is working, it's gonna be like a game changer for you. So that's basically the situation I thought I was in, and I joined immediately. Well, I talked with you. I didn't have like a lot of money, so I started like saving up a bit, and then I just paid it like two
Yeah.
months. No, it was
And
one.
I
Yeah,
can
like
I can agree with the in terms of who we help the most, because of course we help anybody from beginner to advanced, and we do have actually great systems in place for complete beginners. But it's kind of a common sense thing that of course if you already know sort of the basics upon joining, then it's just that much faster going from point A to point B. And it does make
yeah,
sense definitely, even if it's just something as simple as starting to run your first product and then joining, because you aren't coming in a completely different, like a headspace of, I have no idea what is going on. I need to be taught from ground zero. So, and I
yeah,
think naturally people kind of do that anyways. They kind of come in, they'll
yeah,
watch the course, they start understanding the small things, they watch some YouTube for a while, and then they decide, okay, I get the gist. Now I need a mentor to really take me to that next level. So, I mean, perfect
yeah, for
route. I
sure.
think that's the route like majority of people take. So I
Yeah,
agree
for
with that
sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Also,
now, yeah, go
you're
ahead.
not gonna start something and just like spend what the mentorship costs. Like you of course want to know a bit of the thing. So yeah,
Right,
that's natural.
right. And even see if this is what you want to do. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, of
I
course.
agree.
Yeah,
So that's awesome. Thanks for filling everybody in on kind of your past situation, even kind of being a little bit vulnerable with the whole gambling addiction.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
now let's talk a little bit more about your past situation in terms of, how we were helping you and what it was like when we weren't helping you. So before you joined the mentorship, what is something you feel like you were struggling with the most regarding organic?
I was struggling that I wasn't doing any product research at all, and I wasn't like thinking about the value product research has, like not only in terms of looking for products, it also has like value in terms of content wise and like being updated with all the concepts and everything. Uh, I think you helped me a lot, like also with the sounds, like when or sounds are really important in organic, and like it's
It's
really
great you bring
important.
that up. That's actually very detailed. A lot of people don't like go that deep into detail, but that's cool. But go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, so the sound thing is like crazy for organic. Like you need to be like always on top of the trending sounds. I think that helped me a lot. And also like I say this because when you proper film, like obviously you can't like you as a mentor can't manage like my hands, and you can only like tell me. So
Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, that's also, yeah, one thing that absolutely changed my life is the time optimization. Like when we had a call with Sevi, that
yeah.
like changed everything when he told me like you need to do Google Calendar, you need to, yeah, like everything's super organized. I think it's like, and also seeing people like you guys that are living from organic like for a lot of time. So that's working with you. It's also like it gives you like a confidence boost.
Right. Definitely, definitely. So in general, you feel like, of course, products in the
Yeah, oh,
basics,
yeah,
but
yeah, of course, the product selection, of course, is crazy in the mentorship. Like, you're not gonna run any bad products. That's just like a hack. Yeah, that's just like
yeah,
it.
it really is a hack.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
yeah,
you can
it's
literally basically just turn your brain off.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah, obviously outside of the basics. So you feel like you got a lot of value out of just in general having people kind of keeping you doing what you should be doing at all times.
Yeah, 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 of
That's a
course.
great
Yeah,
answer. That's a great answer.
yeah.
So I know we already touched base on it a little bit when you were talking earlier, but where exactly before joining the mentorship were we at in terms of views and sales?
So just before joining, I was like I had like a lot of views, like maybe 30 million views, but in Spanish market, it only converted like to 3K on
Yeah,
TikTok. No IG movement, no anything. And yeah, that was basically only one product. And
right.
yeah, that
That's
was
crazy. Of course, we're gonna get into the numbers in a minute, but going from 3K lifetime rev to a 25K week is diabolical.
yeah, yeah.
So, where did you first hear about me? And I ask this every case study just because I'm curious. Where did you first hear about me? And out of, as we already talked about, there's a lot of different people in this space for sure. Why choose me out of everybody else?
I basically started asking people who were in previous organic mentorships what do they think about their mentorship, and many other people who were in other mentorships, like of course some people told me they were good, some but a lot of people told me they were bad. And basically when I asked previous students of you, everyone told me it was good. So I
That's
said if I
amazing.
want,
That's amazing.
so
That's great.
it was easy.
Yeah. It's really hard to it's almost impossible to have good word of mouth if you don't know what you're doing. And that's something where we kind of get blessed with is because just naturally us kind of doing so well and working so well with everybody, there's virtually zero, negativity we hear out there about us, which is awesome. So,
Yeah.
back then, I want to talk a little bit more about the mental. So back then, you already went over it a little bit, but could you kind of give us a comparison in terms of how you were feeling before the mentorship mentally, just within business in general, compared to now?
So before the mentorship, I was feeling like completely stuck because I wasn't like I was just filming my two videos, not doing any product research, nor anything. So I was just stuck. Like I something inside me told me like everyone has like success after maybe like 1 year, for example, and I was just waiting like for that year, but like just waiting for it to happen, but I wasn't doing anything, so nothing will happen, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so when I joined the mentorship, I felt like everyone's doing 10 times more work than me, and I need to lock in, and that's basically what happened here.
beautiful, beautiful, nice, bro, awesome. This is a great recap on kind of your background and all of that good stuff. So now it's time for the fun part, and you can go ahead. So where are we at now? Let's go ahead and pull up the dashboard. Where are we at now in terms of sales and views, just to show the people?
So we are in 35.3K right now in sales.
Awesome.
Like in the
So
first
from the
day.
14th to the 29th, we're at 35K. Of course,
Yeah,
awesome, the refresher. Now, didn't we have one of our highest days at some point last
yeah,
week?
yeah. Wait, you can check it here. Wait, it was yeah the 15th. Let me look at it. The 15th was at 5.6K. They insane actually.
5.6K in a day. Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful. And then could you show us just that week? Because didn't we hit like a perfect 25K
yeah,
just
yeah.
within
No,
7 days?
this week was crazy. Like it was. I started running on Tuesday. Like also something to point out is like, look, like the store was created like in the first day of the store was a 5.6K day, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
like, this week, yeah, this is crazy.
Beautiful.
25.5. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, the power of a primed IG. And so, and you were saying you didn't have any success with IG before the mentorship, right? Like
No,
you
no, no,
never had a
no,
primed
nothing.
one or one cooking. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
No.
So, yeah, we actually I think me and Paco also agreed before this call we're going to blur out the order number and the conversion rate because just from our community call,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are already like somehow finding out his product and we want to obviously be really cautious. We plan on taking this really long term. It's in such a great position, especially with us kind of already being in Q2, Q4 creeping up within literally just the next few months.
yeah,
And the type of product this is, it's definitely going to be a long-term banger. Can easily squeeze out six figures, if not multiple six figures, just from this year alone. So we'll
yeah,
probably be a little bit more cautious with the numbers, guys. So don't be weirded out if like the numbers on the actual dashboard, some of them are blurred. So
yeah,
now, Paco, you can go ahead and get rid of the dashboard just so we can get back to face. So you can stop sharing your screen. Perfect. Awesome. So now we talked about your mindset before. Now, how are we feeling now that we're actually cooking this hard?
yeah. So now I'm basically feeling like I have 100% an obligation. Like I can't do a day without filming twice. I can't. Like that's not a thing. It was already like this before, but now it's like a certain obligation, and now it's it's starting to feel more like a business, because once you start getting like these sales, you need to start talking a lot with suppliers. Now with all the tariff thing, which I think will disappear, but you need to like you need to be like more competent. Like
Yeah, definitely.
you need to start competing with other people who are selling the same product and everything. So
All
it's
right, and now
just
we're definitely kind of in a little bit of a bigger league, especially with these numbers and the actual product we're running for sure.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
now so this is our third month in the mentorship, right? So how long was it that you were in the mentorship before you were like, okay, this is real deal. This was a great decision, and you actually started getting results?
It was really fast because when I started in the mentorship, it was like POD. So like the time you like recommended POD because it was like starting to be a thing.
Hmm.
And basically, with my first POD product, I made like seven K in 1 month or something. So,
And
so
this
only
is the
2 months.
product. This is the legendary product that you had your mom helping you film
Yeah,
for.
yeah, 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 yeah. It was a Christian canvas, and my mom helped me. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Would you mind kind of filling us in on the details? Like, how did that go? Like, were you just like, "Hey, mom, I need you to stand there and turn this
Yeah,
POD product around"?
basically I was doing content research and I found viral content about Christian canvases. Like it was not POD, it was like actually people filming, painting it. And I checked the accounts and it was never like a young man like me. It was always like some lady or some old man. So I just told my mom like, could you help me out? And he told me, of course. Yeah,
Smart, smart. She's definitely an A player. She's awesome.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I know we touched base on this already, but if you had to pick like one thing, what would you say would be the best problem that we fixed for you? Whether that be, like the products, but that's kind of obvious for everybody, especially with the guaranteed winning products. Maybe it was your content. Like, what do you think was your biggest help from the program?
I think it's not my content, like the actual filming. It's like probably the mental, like it's I don't want to say the mental because it may seem like, oh, mental is so easy, but it's not that easy. But
Right.
mental and of course all the IG thing is crazy, like
Definitely. Definitely.
because for this product like the one I'm running right now, if I made that viral video I made and I wouldn't have like the help from the mentorship, that viral video would only be one viral video, and then I started making more viral videos like from that one.
Right. Right. Of course. And see, that's where a lot of because I wouldn't call you crazy advanced yet, but within the program, these are just certain terms we use to help categorize you guys. So with you being sort of advanced in the program, that's really where a lot of the help comes in is, you have the basics to content. So we can just say, hey, do this, do that, and you can implement it really
Yeah.
well. And then of
Yeah.
course, like with the IG strat and the things we're doing with the IG after we had it primed, all this amazing stuff, keeping you on the right track because even if you were the most advanced of the advanced, even these guys that have amazing content, it's very easy for them to make the wrong decisions. It's very easy for them to get off track on in terms of like what they're going to go post next or what they should post or what they should continue doing or what they should stop doing. And I feel
Yeah.
like, in general, that's where we've been really dialing everything in. Is along the way, you've had us to sit there and kind of handhold you a little bit in terms of, and even whether you were going to do what we actually did or not. It's kind of, once again, I think you already touched base on the mental side of it, understanding it's like, for a fact now, this is exactly what to do, no question about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So now that we're at this point, and I ask this at the end of every case study, now that we're at this point, we have this amazing primed IG. We have, everything is lined up to be a super long-term product, six-figure product. I mean, you just literally had a 25K week coming off of like 3 or 8K of lifetime rev. What
Yeah.
are your plans or future goals kind of short term with organic?
So basically, I want to keep running this product until Q4, like at least. And I've seen like bigger accounts also do like a creator scheme in which, like, I've seen like a big brand of my product, like which when you check big accounts, many of them take it for the same website. So I think that's like someone doing like millions a year with this product. So I want to try something like that for sure.
So start implementing a little bit of the creator strategy after we
Yeah,
scale it a little bit more.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Amazing, amazing. And obviously I know the answer to this, but just for the people at home, do you plan on wanting to onboard more products? Where are you at? Where do you want to be at in terms of how many products that you're actively running?
I want to have like for the moment, like at least for a month, I want to lock in with this product until everything is more stable. But then I want to, of course, run more products.
Yeah.
And also, I like the niche a lot of the product I'm running, so I will probably look into products in the same niche.
Nice, nice. And yeah, this is where a lot of people go wrong. Like I'm also on that same kind of wavelength. I feel like, of course, the standard where we really want to be at is, around three products that are actively making sales. But when you have that first bit of success, especially as big as you do with this product, sometimes it is more beneficial to just go all in on that one product, at least, for the time being, or when it's first actually getting so much momentum. So I agree with that a lot. I agree
Yeah,
with that
then
a lot.
when it's more stable, you can just like start trying things. But for the moment, I want to definitely focus on this product.
Definitely. Awesome, Paco. Yeah, man. Thanks for, joining us today. Thanks for hopping on here and showing your face, explaining your story to YouTube. So to finish
Yeah.
this off, if you could, what would you say to someone that's maybe been watching my YouTube, they know about the mentorship and they watch all these case studies, but they've been on the fence about joining or still just aren't sure yet? What would you say to those people?
So I think like if you do the same as me, like you ask people who have joined, everyone will say it's great. So if you want to do it, but I'm telling you, it's worth it, like for sure. You are gonna change the way you work, like for sure. You're gonna you think you know everything, but you're gonna discover you know anything, right? So
Amazing. Amazing. Thanks for that, Paco. So, guys,
yeah,
if you want similar results to Paco and like all these other case studies we have out there, all these awesome results we get for all of Permill's mentorship students, you can click the link down below in the description and book a call with me personally, where we'll see if you'd be a good fit to come and work with us. But outside of that, I think that's all we have for you guys today. So, Paco, you can go ahead and hit them with a piece, and we will see you guys on the next one.
perfect.